These carts were specially made for Ambridge High School through a grant from Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. These are steel drums, and let me tell you, they're not just a piece of steel that they've cut off the bottom of a barrel. These instruments run $2,000 to $4,000 a piece, and these stands specifically were made for this band so that they can march in the parade with the band itself, because you just don't carry these things. They have to be suspended independent of each other. The gentlemen pulling them, or pushing I should say, are all football players from the Ambridge High School.
They look like football players. That's a good workout. That's a good upper body workout, right? Number 77 or 17? What are you, 77?
77.
Yeah, there you go. And 66. Just don't put another 6 on there, because then that'll be kind of scary. All right. Wow. Well, how's your football team, by the way? You're good. Well, you're good at pushing things out of the way.
Team.
Mike, anything else you'd like to add here, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you, this group right here is very special. I can't wait to hear the music to come out of these steel drums, because I've already heard it several times when I was back in Ambridge, and under the direction of Sal Alloy, who's standing right over here, who leads the band, and Todd Hartman, who is right in front of me, leads these steel drums, and they just will do an awesome job going down the parade route. And we're going to turn the program over to you. You guys are on.
Oh, good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ambridge Area High School Marching Bridger Band. Let's hear it for them. Yeah. From the entire world that have been invited to march in this prestigious parade. And so, this year, for the Bridger Marching Band and the entire Ambridge community, everything's coming up roses. Dr. Ken Dye, Director of Bands at the University of Notre Dame, brought his symphonic band to Ambridge High School, and in concert with our steel drum band, premiered his own arrangement of a tune for steel drums and symphonic band.
Since then, he has taken a personal interest in arranging for our steel drum band. Our next two numbers are examples of his unique arrangements, both of which we will be playing in the parade on Thursday. First, here's the timeless hit by Barry Manilow, Copacabana. Another arrangement by Dr. Kendai will be playing on Thursday. This is this next tune. Ricky Martin, sorry. Over the last few years, he has made Latin music a major player on the American music scene. Incidentally, this tune was the theme for the 1998 World Cup in France. Featuring our auxiliary units, here's Martin's 2001 hit, Cup of Life. The theme for this year's Tournament of Roses parade is music, music, music. So we featured many different types of music throughout this marching season. To close today's show, we feature our percussion on Thunder and Lightning and our woodwinds on the finale, all from the world-famous River Dance. Gentlemen, the Bridger Marching Band. The band was led on the field by Bridger Bell co-captains Amanda Chalupiak, Annie Guzin, and Captain Jackie Fontana. Majorette Captain Stacy Kowalski, Silk co-captains Jacqueline Campbell and Megan Metz, Color Guard Captain Chanda Soltis, Drum Majors Erica Francis, Kayla Sadaway, and Emmeline Adrian, and Percussion Captain Matt Loftus.
Ladies and gentlemen, another hand for the Ambridge Area High School Marching Bridger Band. Stand up and show them you love them, friends. They're not doing yes, that was amazing. Wow. Fantastic. At this time, we're going to bring up Sal Allo, the band director, and Todd Hartman, the assistant band director, so they can be presented with the trophy as we roll everything off. You guys are amazing. That is probably the new workout of this decade, right? The Bridger Marching Band pushed the steel drum workout. Don't you think that would be a good way to stay in shape, friends? And hear some music at the same time. You could just kind of walk to the beat, and away you go. I just want to know what you guys do. And look at you, you're carrying like the whole drum. Wow, it must be the tackle. You guys rock. I just love that. Okay, here's the photo op right here. Then we're going to ask a few questions. All right, very nice. Very, very nice. Thanks so much for coming out. We want to ask you a few questions if you have some time there, my friend. You have incorporated the steel drums in. That's something you normally don't see in a marching band. Where'd you come up with that idea?
Well, do you want to use this? Yeah, I'll just... Hello, check. Well, as I said in the announcements, we began a relationship with Dr. Kendai. About 3 years ago, we hosted Regional Band, and we asked him to be guest conductor. He had an opportunity to see our group perform on one of the breaks. He loved them. He fell in love with the steel band and went home and wrote us a piece. And since then, we've been coming up with various different settings to combine steel band. Mr. Alloy here conducts the jazz band. We've combined steel band with jazz band. Who knows next? Why not marching band? So that's how it came about.
Right, and I saw the Bridger the logo on there. Why are you the Bridgers?
Well, the American Bridge Company, that was the major steel industry back in Pittsburgh, and that was the first steel company in Pittsburgh. Ambridge, it came from American Bridge Company.
How about that? Well, you learn something every day. That's one for the geography books, so wonderful. Now, how do you get the football players to do this?
Well, we needed somebody to push the carts, and what better pushers of carts than somebody that's in shape. We just ended football season, so they've been lifting weights. We had an excellent program this year, and we asked them to join us and be part of the group, and they said yes, and that's it.
Now, but during the season, during the seasonal game, they wouldn't be pushing.
No, actually, this is actually the first time we're using the carts. I mean, other than a rehearsal, this is the first time we're using them in a public venue.
Fantastic. And apparently you were invited to be here, but you had to overcome this obstacle of being able to get these steel drums to move. Is that correct?
Well, we thought that we were going to be able to put them on floats, but we couldn't put a float among the bands, so we had to come with human power.
That'd be too easy.
Right. So we contacted CMU, the engineering department, and they thought it was exciting, and they have a senior project. As a matter of fact, Phil Klingman was one of the gentlemen here, and I don't know if he's still here, but we'd like to thank him and Larry Cartwright from Carnegie Mellon University. They've been a great big help in developing the carts here. So if you want to send in to Carnegie Mellon University and help grade his senior project, you can all send in and tell me it deserves an A.
We also have 2 bass carts that did not make it yet, so hopefully they're going to be here today or tomorrow. The bass drums that you saw on either side flanking the ensemble, we have bigger carts for that, and that's one of the ones that Phil's going to be pushing, actually.
Now, did the steel drum, though, come from your area's love of steel? Did that have anything to do with it?
Yeah, the island of Ambridge, right? No, but no. Well, Sal came up with a catchy thing here to tie in the whole steel industry.
Well, it was about 15 years ago. Well, actually, it was 30 years ago when I was a college student. I saw a steel drum ensemble from Trinidad and Tobago, and I said, when I get a high school gig, first thing I want to do is start a steel drum ensemble. So we did that about 15 years ago. They sent the drums before I got approval, and thanks to our band boosters who helped us out this year, they pulled me out of a jam and they paid for the drums that year. And presently we have 3 classes, beginners, intermediate, and a performing group. And we have students that are waiting to get in, and that's how we got started.
Excellent. Is that okay? Well, hey, another hand. Thank you. That was just delightful. I mean, I just love the diversity and the talent.
We'd like to thank Mr. Riffey and Bill Fennessy, who's our liaison this year. They've been great when Mr. Riffey came to Ambridge and told us. And also Bill Kobayashi, who head of the music committee here, and without his help and all the emails that were sent back and forth to create these carts to get there okay, I'd like to thank them very much for having us here this year, and I know you'll be proud of us. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.
And also Mr. Remo Belli, who's been great with the percussionist and all the donation of the drum heads and everything. The whole entire thing here is unbelievable. Once again, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So here's a little classical set for you, starting with Trey Peck from the Nutcracker, and then into Comedian's Gallop. Thank you very much. Great audience. Thank you very much. Yes, just a few things I'd like to mention. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Riffy for talking us up when he got back from his trip to Ambridge. We obviously like to perform. I don't have to force these kids to do this, but they're having a blast, and we're looking forward to other opportunities this week. Other than, there is that parade. I understand there's that parade, but for all those float participants out there, we envy you because you have one big thing that you can motorize down the street. We had to come up with human-powered carts, so be aware. I was ready to put some roses on them to make them fit in, but I think they'll do just fine. We're looking forward to the parade and other events this week. Thanks again. These are juniors and seniors in high school. Very dedicated juniors and seniors in high school. They make my job very easy. I'm very proud of them, as is Mr. Salaloy, who does a wonderful job supporting this group and getting the needs that we need are taken care of, being the chair of the music department. So once again, I thank the tournament for this opportunity. We enjoyed playing tonight and look forward to seeing you guys this week. How about these kids, huh? Thank you.
You guys look cold.
Very.
We're so cold. Yeah. Does the plastic help at all? What? Does the plastic help at all? A little. Good luck today.
Because I mean, with your one arm like that.
But it started making me feel like I know, yeah.
You guys can switch, just be like, just say switch.
I know, they just like walk and they let it out. How do they do that? They're just like, walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Looking forward to it?
Yeah. So you're being nervous.
It'll be fun though. Stay warm.
They're back.
Mr. Rock was grapples. I don't like them ones that are like, hey. Yeah, Mr. Rock was telling us that Mr. Rock's been around for a while.
We're pretty far, guys. Can you hear me? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4 by Del Mar Boulevard. Oh, wait, I got it. Hang on, guys. Mine looks pretty good. I figured. This is yours, Nick.
Guys, we're gonna have to go single file. Single file. So you get up to the base.
We're going on the side there. Bang. Hey, I stopped. Dell was like...
Good luck. Catch up.
guys doing? Good. Hey, what's up?
Warm up the back. Okay. How do you want to warm them up?
Watch Mr. Lloyd in the top right corner of the block, okay?
Welcome back to the Tournament of Roses Parade, and you see before you the Ambridge Area High School Marching Band. They're located 23 miles from downtown Pittsburgh. And check this out, the Ambridge Area High School District educates 3,400 students in 5 schools, and almost 1/3 of those students participate in the music program. Let's take a listen.
We have a moment to remind you the NFL playoffs kick off with Wild Card Saturday on ABC. First, Baltimore has won 5 straight against Tennessee, but MVP candidate Steve McNair has the Titans primed for a playoff run. Then in prime time, Bill Parcells leading the Cowboys against Stephen Davis and the NFC South champ, the Panthers. And you'll be in Carolina, right, Lisa?
I'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
NFL Wild Card Saturday coverage begins at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, following the Sixers-Spurs game Saturday. Full slate on ABC with the NFL, and today with college football.
From Pennsylvania comes the Ambridge Area High School Marching Band. This award-winning band has performed at a number of high-profile events, including the 50th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy, France, and the 2003 inaugural parade for Pennsylvania Governor Ed Rendell.
It doesn't get much better than being on the same bill as John Williams, Al Roker, and Nancy O'Dell. Happy New Year to all our friends back home.
And Sean, little known fact, in Pennsylvania, the word for Nancy is Sean.
Is that right?
Very few people know that.
How fitting today.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I don't know.
That certainly came in handy.
Just for those of you joining us, of course, Sean Robinson joining us for the ailing Nancy O'Dell,
yes,
who's home with little laryngitis.
Get well soon, Nancy.
The College Entrance Examination Board found that music students had higher verbal and math scores than students who didn't participate in the arts. And that's why it's so important to have music programs and other arts programs in schools today.
Absolutely. Let's go to another film. Eastman Kodak presents a picture-perfect celebration.
Well, you know, being a band member, I know what it is to march behind horses. Yes. Well, where are we now? Oh, yes.
Fine sounding units here.
Fine sounding unit hailing from Western Pennsylvania, making its first Tournament of Roses appearance, the Ambridge Area High School Marching Band.
Bob Eubanks, Stephanie Edwards, the 115th Tournament of Roses Parade. And what a beautiful day it is today in Pasadena, California. It's supposed to rain tonight, but boy, since 1955, it has not rained upon our parade, and the record stands.
Do you know that 1/3 of the whole Ambridge Area School District of 3,400 students, 1/3 of them participate in this music program? Steel drum banding. I'll give you lots of money if you can tell me the song they're playing right now, Bob.
Planes
Look
are
at
going to
the
come back.
planes coming back.
They're going to come back this time from the east, flying toward the west. Look at that. Those of us in the booth are sitting here with goosebumps. That's all I can tell you. If you could see this in person.
A huge envelope with 2 acolytes. That's the way it looks. Oh, goodness.
The name of the tune, that's Willie Nelson's On the Road Again, isn't it?
No, it was not. You are dead wrong, and that's another thing that you do not do well.
I can name that tune, and maybe the planes will come back.
Yeah, that's it. You know, everything stops when the planes come by. Now they'll go right home, you know. Isn't that true? They go right back. One goes back to Missouri, yeah. 2 of them to Edwards Air Force Base.
They'll be in St. Louis probably in 34, 35 minutes from now. Wow. Wonderful technology. Okay, here comes now the winner of the national trophy.
All right, let's go back down to Orange Grove Boulevard and continue the parade. We've got the Ambridge Area High School Marching Band. And this is the first time a steel drum has been in the parade. These folks are from Ambridge, Pennsylvania. It's a lot warmer out here in California than it is probably in Pennsylvania today. The Carnegie Mellon University engineers designed a special cart for the steel drums. You're going to see them here in a little bit. And they're under the direction of Salvatore Allo. Let's listen. From Ambridge, Pennsylvania, here you go, gang.
Sleeves. See, this is a heat wave for them.
First time we've ever seen steel drums. 115 years of the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade.
The guys would be tired.
Yeah, now it's a 5.5 mile push, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're going to go in front of around 1 million people. But when you're from Ambridge, Pennsylvania, 5.5 miles is nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're under the direction, I think I said, of Salvatore Allo and Erica Francis and Emmeline Adrian are the drum majors.
Forecast today for Ambridge this afternoon, Rob, is clear at 48.
Well, that's pretty good. They're putting on a good show here for us. This is a really big deal. I mean, you're looking at 1 million people that you're parading in front of. Who knows? There might be some talent agents out here. You might see these guys in a Tom Cruise movie pretty soon.
Happy New Year and welcome back to the 2004 Rose Parade here in Pasadena, California. I'm Jan Carl, and it is great to be here with my co-host, early show weatherman Dave Price. He's having a great time. You're here just in case the weather changes.
Absolutely, but I think we're in good shape once again, making their first appearance in the Rose Parade as we get back to the action. Here come the Broken Horn Ropers. Look at them.
Okay, actually what we've got here, this is all the way from Ambridge, Pennsylvania. They are the Ambridge Area High School Marching Band. What's really cool about this band is that they've got, if you can see, they're steel drums. Boy, I don't want to be those guys pushing.
Right, look at them
pushing
go.
5.5 miles all the way down the parade route. Oh, they sound good.
Little Caribbean sound there.
I like the combo.
Short sleeves in this 37-degree weather.
That's right. Well, he had to go with the island attire, didn't he?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Making the turn right onto Colorado.
I'll tell you what, the Ambridge Music Department was named in the top 100 communities for music education in the country for the year 2003 by the American Music Conference.
Now that's an interesting form of transportation.
There you go. Oh, they sound great this morning.
They sure do. We continue to see the flags beginning to fly, the crowds just looking on in amazement. Over 1 million people have gathered here in Pasadena this morning, over 5.5 miles, and we have another band beginning to work its way in the direction. And what a beautiful sight it is as we see all the coordinated movement and the beautiful sounds of the brass and the drums.
And they have to make that turn right at the beginning of the parade, so it's kind of the big test. I think once they get past that big turn, they're happy the whole rest of the way. There they go.
Truendo, esa fuerza, ese poder. Imagínate cómo deben sentirse estos pilotos arriba de uno de estos aviones tan imponentes. La gente se emociona, la verdad.
La gente se emociona porque saben que son ellos precisamente los que marcan la diferencia y los que ayudan a todos nuestros soldados, esos hombres y mujeres, de nueva cuenta repetimos, ¿no?, que arriesgan sus vidas en las diferentes guerras defendiendo a la nación.
Así es, y en este momento pues está llegando la preparatoria Ambridge, o sea, la banda marcial de ellos, y escuchamos al talentoso grupo estudiantil del área Ambridge a 23 millas del centro de Pittsburgh, que es donde la cuna de la industria siderúrgica del país.
Y eso me lleva a pensar al equipo de fútbol, por eso son los acereros de Pittsburgh, obviamente, por el acero, ¿no? El equipo de fútbol americano de la NFL, como se le conoce acá en los Estados Unidos.
Fíjate que esto es bien bonito, que esta preparatoria pues ofrece un rico programa musical a todos sus estudiantes, donde ellos pueden escoger entre diferentes tipos de música como sinfonía, jazz, coro, piano, música instrumental y teoría musical. Y eso es bien lindo porque apoyan muchísimo el talento desde jóvenes, ¿no? Para que sean los futuros directores y compositores de grandes músicas, ¿no?
Como conocíamos a John Williams el día de hoy, esta mañana, ¿no? Impresionante, ¿no? El currículum del señor Williams, el gran mariscal, precisamente de este desfile de las rosas.
Así es, imagínate que uno de estos chicos podría ser en algún momento gran mariscal del desfile de las rosas.
Un hombre que ha dedicado toda su vida a hacer música. En lo que vemos de nueva cuenta el sobrevuelo de los bombarderos B-2 de la Fuerza Aérea de los Estados Unidos. Y es que en verdad que este año...
¡Ay, se siente! Es increíble porque parecen como dos aves, se deslizan realmente suavecito, suavecito, ni se siente.
Y se siente...
Van derechitos, pegaditos.
Retumba el escenario, ¿no? Aquí en las alturas, sobre lo que son estas bancas portátiles que se han establecido para que todo este público pueda disfrutar de este desfile. Saludos a todos ustedes, padres de familia que tienen a sus hijos en las Fuerzas Armadas, a todos aquellos que tienen a un ser querido dentro del ejército. Gracias